The fall of negative social media influencers, and this includes news stations. And I'm specifically talking about the ones fueling our enemy's agenda, which is the destruction of the black community and the dismantling of all families. So our families and communities can never come together to go against their family that infiltrated the American government. We got to pop the balloon, 50-50, black men versus black women, black on black crime, Zeus Network, etc. I could go on all day long. You see, when they target the black community, it alters reality because we control it with our minds. If you haven't noticed, everything that started in the black community slowly dripped into everyone else's communities, even though they're not living the same reality we are living. For instance, a majority of the black community households make less than $70K a year. And keep in mind, I just said household, meaning more than one person. They're struggling and always have been. Now we got households coming online and getting paid for making the same complaints those families are making. But the twist is their households is making $150,000 to $250,000 a year. Like, how's it fair they're getting paid for that video knowing they're making that amount of money? So the ones that's truly struggling don't even get the reach, so they don't even get paid. And them getting paid could really change their situation versus the others when it's really just extra money, because I don't know what they could be possibly spending all that money on if these families making less than $70K a year can make it, while they're literally making over twice as much. Then we got the people that love triggering lies and drama. They be going super viral because it distracts you from seeing what's really happening right there in your face. Then you got people like me that love the truth and peace. They'll do everything they can to try to suppress the truth because they know without it, you can't even reach peace. Obviously, suppression leads to manipulative views, getting way less than what I should. Obviously equals less pay. In turn, this prevents me from having extra time and anyone else just like me with the same cause. The extra time will allow me to do extra learning about the natural law, trust, and their fraudulent system. Then I can share that knowledge with y'all, but using words that we all know instead of all the confusion they made to make sure we didn't know what the system really was. So now, can y'all see the seriousness of them manipulating the social media platforms? Me alone, I've probably woken up hundreds of thousands of people over the past 4 years. But without the manipulation, I probably would have woken up millions of people. And along with others like me, we could have woken up hundreds of millions of people. But as y'all can see, the manipulation of the content caused a reverse of what we could have done. But instead, the demon rats put hundreds of millions back to sleep. And we all can clearly see them fighting for the old system that enslaved them. So there has to be a fall of the negative social media influencers. And things can literally reverse overnight. And I'm sure it'll probably happen right before they become more direct with their disclosure about the war that's currently going on, which is still World War I. We never won World War II. It's the same war from over 100 years ago. Then they'll talk about the extraterrestrials. Then they'll announce who the original people is on Earth and what we truly are. The fallen angels of man and their descendants, who is the only image of the true creator, the one. Now check this out in Revelations. And as I explained before, they're trying to replay this because it already happened. This is how we all ended up here. So it explains that this beast blasphemed the God, specifically the one in heaven. And he's raising war against God's holy people by using all his nations for 42 months. This is explaining the government takeover that just happened for the past 3.5 years, which is 42 months. Then it says all the inhabitants will worship the beast, but not specific on what beast they're talking about. Then it says the ones that's not written in the book of life have 3 choices, who are the Israelites because they were created inside of this black hole that we're in right now, basically this dimension. And all the original God's holy people, they was born outside of this dimension and was trapped inside of here with everyone else. So the 3 choices they got is to learn the truth and move forward. Choose to be a slave forever, or choose to die by the sword, which was that you know what. But I will add this, just in case y'all don't know or didn't hear about it, of the mad bids. I'm hearing that it's going to be used to reverse the process of the you know what. Because you can't forget, during that 42 months, right, they placed everybody on lockdown and placed towers everywhere. So at any point in time, they can flip the switch. Down here, it explains how the evil beast is forcing everybody to worship their image and take the you know what in the arm, or the test that goes in your nose, that goes into your forehead, your third eye, which has the name of the beast or the number of its name, which is 666. 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, which is also the genetic makeup of quote-unquote black people. This is why here how they combining robots into humans basically. I can't say the word, but y'all know the word I want to say, the trans word, because they don't have the DNA of man. So they literally need an upgrade in order to survive in a new world, or they would die out. But the small plot in this situation, like right now, the demon rats want to be the third party before the new system started, because the technology is basically going to make the regular humans more like quote unquote black people, because we are already multidimensional electrical beings. Therefore, we don't need to upgrade. Like I said, we are literally creating this place with our minds. So when things reverse and go back to normal, as in the reset, we'll be back to our original selves. We'll regain our memory and the powers we already had in the past, which is really the future. From here, because they had to reverse time in order to try to get ahead of us in time. But they already knew the internet would backfire, which is what they used to brainwash everybody. But there's people still like me that remembers and just knew something was wrong about everything. And we'll be able to expose the truth, therefore speeding up time as we can all feel right now. So we're all merging into our original timelines. And like I just mentioned, the demon rats already knew this was happening. They just want to be the third party so they ain't got to work no more and still continue to be lazy and drain off everybody else by turning your body into the blockchain. Anyway, so I hope y'all picked up what I put down. Y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.